Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. On today's episode we are going to be installing extended shackles into the rear of the nav. I've gone for a 1-inch extended shackle from PSR. Now there is a little bit to do with these in terms of when you're doing a 3-inch lift altogether, you should be looking at extended brake lines possibly, and you should be looking to get some castor wedges as well to correct the pinion angle once the diff changes, so once the angle of the diff changes, but those will be in a separate video. But today we're just going to be doing the shackles, so let's jump in and have a look. So, this is my little box of, would you please stay open? This is my box of rear suspension components. So in there, those are the bushes that we're going to be using. That there is the extended brake line. That was purchased from Superior Engineering, as well as the pinion wedges. But like I said, we're not doing that today. Today we're just focusing on the shackles. I wish this box would stay open. So that is one shackle, the other shackle's in there. They're exactly the same. So I'm just going to take this out of the packet and show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so this here is the shackle itself. You can see it's branded there. Now it's got a grease nipple on each pin, and on the other side you've just got your nylock nuts. So that's all it is. Obviously there's a second one of those. I'm just going to take you guys down and we'll have a look at the current setup. Now, to do... Whoops. Yeah. Alright, so the way I've got things sitting, I've got it jacked up there in front of the rear suspension setup. I've got that underneath, so making sure that there's no weight and that once it's pretty well zeroed out, it's not going to fall, but it doesn't want to lift up as well. So that jack's under there doing that. I've also got a jack stand under there, just making sure. So all we're going to do, and this is a real pain to show you guys, is underneath here, that's the shackle. What we're going to do is we're going to undo the bottom one first, the bottom pin, then we'll undo the top pin after that. So between you and me, the first shackle's on. We're going to call that a learning curve, and now I'm going to show you guys how to put the shackles on. So again, we've got the car jacked up in the same way that we had it before. But what I need to do, as I said before, we're just going to undo the bottom one and then the top one. Now, you want to be removing that side. So remove the nut on that side so that you can hit it outwards. Otherwise, you're just kind of hitting and you've got this guard here. So remove these nuts here, crack these nuts, so you can hit it out that way. I have a... Okay, so with that shackle out, what we're going to do is just remove the other bushes. These can be a little bit tricky. You might need to heat them a little bit, but do whatever you need to get them out. Make sure that when you're finished with it, clean the inside before you put the new bush in. But like I said, we're just going to remove those out and we'll get the new shackle and bushes in. Okay, so what we've got here, that's the shackle. Now you've got to take the bolts off and then that plate as well. So that literally just comes off with the bolts. So what we're going to do is I'm going to grease up the bushes. I'm going to put some grease on the inside, the outside, and on the outer ring of the bush. So I'm going to pretty well grease the living Jesus out of them. And then we're going to pop the new ones in. Now before I do that, I am going to release the lower end of the shock. So I'm going to just get underneath now before I do that. And I'm going to just undo the bolt at the bottom of my shock and take the shock off, just to allow for a little bit more down travel to make it easier to put the shackles back on. Alright, so that's all done. Now, like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grease the bushes, and we are going to put the new shackle in. Alright, so popping one side over, just going to do the other one, and then we'll pop this side in. Alright, so that's all greased up. We're just going to pop that in. What side did that go in again? That one. So basically, you've just got to slot the shackle in. Now, we actually used one of these. This is just a giant ass clamp. Things weren't really going in. We had to troubleshoot a little bit, so we used a clamp to kind of push everything on, get the bushes in. Plenty of grease on the actual on the bushes and the shackles. But now I'm just going to go through, tighten everything up. Like I said, so it's actually one piece in the C shape, and that's just that one little, this side here, but that's just the one piece that you just got to pop on over the top and tighten it up, just like I showed you before. So it's as easy as just kind of putting it in and bolting it up with the plate on, and that holds everything together. So I'm just going to go through. I'm going to put the shock back on, and we're going to jack it back up, put the tyre on. That's everything done. Alright, so that's everything done. I'm going to take off the take it off the jacks, take the stands out from under it, and we're going to lower it and see how bad the vibrations are before I put the pinion wedges in. So I'll show you guys that. Alright, so guys, this is it. This is level ground. You can see that one side is definitely much higher than the other. You can see that, yeah, it is sitting nose down a little bit. Look, it's not too bad. I'm really not a fan of the nose down kind of look. I do prefer to get it sitting nice and level. You can see there, everything's, don't know that we'll be able to see it, there it is. I am a fan of the level look, but it's not too bad. It would have been much worse if I had to put a 2-inch extended shackle in. Now, one thing to mention is that I am counting on my new steel tray to bring the weight down just a smidge in the back. And I am looking to replace my upper control arms with an extended upper control arm. So that'll be whether from, I think it's Blackhawk or PSR. Like I said, I am looking to bump the front up, and I am looking to possibly weight the back down just a fraction, which will also make that ride a little bit nicer as well. It will have quite a bit of weight on there. But look, it's not too bad. I really don't mind for the moment. There is a small, really small driveline vibration. Now, I am going to be doing, like I said, a video on the pinion wedge correction, the pinion angle correction. But I bought a 3-degree castor wedge, and I think that is going to be too much for what it needs. So I'm going to go back, I'll remeasure everything now that I've got them in, and I'll possibly get a 1 or 2 degree wedge instead, because I do think it's going to be too much for what it needs. But other than that, happy with everything, happy with how it went in. Make sure that you grease up everything as well as you need to. If you've got a tub, and this would be so much easier to install with a tray, because the rear of the tub was kind of getting in and out of the way, but it's a very simple installation, very basic hand tools and very little mechanical knowledge required. There's a couple of videos that you can look at to see, but it's a really easy installation. So that's it from me today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to stay tuned, like, subscribe. You can follow the channel, hit that little bell button to get a notification every time I post a video. Like I said, there's a little bit more coming up before I go back to work. I don't know if I am going back to work when they said we would be, but we're all playing that by ear, so hopefully I got a little bit more time to pop out some more content. But like I said, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll leave my Snapchat, Instagram, and my Facebook down below. I'll leave a link to these shackles as well. PSR do a really nice job on them, so I'll leave a link in the description below. Don't forget to check that out if you're looking for shackles for yourself, or anything suspension. Check out PSR for that. But otherwise, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.